Right now, your dog owns the couch. That luxury began beside a wolf, not a fluffy, misunderstood wolf, a hungry Ice Age predator. One bad meeting could end you, yet somehow that animal moved closer. So how did ancient humans tame the first dog? The answer has no single moment. No heroic caveman invented puppies. No wolf signed a friendship treaty. The first leash came much later. What happened was slower and stranger. First, forget the popular picture. Your ancestor does not steal a wolf pup from a den. They do not yell, "Sit," then discover a golden retriever. The evidence says domestication unfolded across many human generations, possibly across thousands of years. That is not animal training. That is two species changing together. Where it began remains debated. When it began remains debated too. Genes reach deep into the Ice Age. Cleared dog remains appear by roughly 14,000 years ago, but genes suggest a much older split. So uncertainty is your first clue. Science has bones and genomes. It lacks the first handshake. But it gets stranger. Humans and wolves were competitors. You both chased the same large prey. You wanted reindeer and horses. So did they. You both lived in cooperative groups. You both communicated during hunts. The popular image is rivalry, but similarity may open the door. During brutal Ice Age winters, food creates a peculiar problem. Humans cannot live on lean meat forever. Wolves handle protein far better. A 2021 study proposes hunters sometimes have surplus lean meat, meat that hungry wolves can use. That is not simple charity, that is an ecological bargain. Still, the camp dump story is not proven fact. Some researchers strongly challenge it. Mobile hunters leave limited waste. Perhaps people adopt wolf pups. Perhaps wolves approach by themselves. Perhaps hunting creates the partnership. Before the next clue, choose. Who trains whom first? Tell me your answer below, because nature runs its own test. A bold wolf approaches your camp. An aggressive wolf gets chased away. A calmer wolf stays nearby. It finds scraps or surplus meat. It survives and raises offspring. Generation after generation, fear loses a little ground. That is not one wolf surrendering. That is selection changing a population. Humans may reward useful traits, better warning, better tracking, better cooperation during dangerous hunts, and fewer attempts to eat everyone. Now the partnership accelerates. But genetics refuses a neat story. In 2022, researchers study 72 ancient wolf genomes. They span 100,000 years. Dogs lean genetically toward ancient wolves from eastern Eurasia, yet none is their direct ancestor. The founding wolf population still hides from science. That is not a solved birthplace. That is a missing family photograph. Another study sequences 27 ancient dog genomes. By 11,000 years ago, 5 major dog lineages already exist. Not one dog type, 5 deep branches. Dogs have already spread widely. Some travel with people toward the Americas. One proposal places domestication around 23,000 years ago, possibly in Siberia. But that case remains debated. The safest conclusion is simple. Dog domestication begins before farming, before cities, before written language. Your ancestors formed this alliance while hunting and gathering. Then comes the most human clue. In Bonn-Oberkassel, Germany, archaeologists find a young dog. It is buried with 2 humans. The grave is roughly 14,200 years old. The puppy is around 7 months old. Its teeth record severe illness. Researchers identify signs consistent with canine distemper. The illness strikes repeatedly between 19 and 23 weeks.
Without intensive human care, survival is considered unlikely. Someone brings it food and water. Someone cleans and protects it. The puppy cannot hunt or guard much. It is not useful. And they care anyway. That is not simple domestication. That is attachment. By then, the wolf is gone, not from its bones, from its place in your life. It crosses the firelight. It enters the family. So the first dog is not simply an animal humans conquer. It's a wolf lineage that keeps choosing closeness, and humans keep choosing it back. Tonight, your dog steals your space. It turns 3 circles. It ignores the expensive dog bed. Then it sleeps without fear. Your couch is the last warm campfire.